Hello guys, let's just stop the clock right there. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is not the end of the stream, is it? What's wrong with me? Anyway, yep, today we're doing some flight sim. We're here at Cardiff on the ground, and it's a very special flight sim stream today. We are, obviously this is the Thomas Cook. Really? Okay. Obviously, yeah, I just forgot that. Yep. It's a Thomas Cook and Monarch plane, all in one. So, obviously, both of these airlines went bust. Both holiday airlines in the UK. So, I thought, couldn't find any special liveries of Thomas Cook that were like Rip Thomas Cook or something. So, I went with the next best thing, which was this. And also, we've got a working jetway as well, which is quite exciting. We literally never have those, so it's kind of nice. It doesn't quite match up with the door. I've tried pressing like Shift J or whatever and Control J, but doesn't do anything, but whatever. So, today, taking 2 flights, not with a virtual airline or anything, just a normal little flight. So, let's start planning. So let's just connect to VATSIM. Call sign today is Thomas Cook, and then 2102, just a random sequence of numbers that I just dreamed up because I couldn't think of anything. I was going to do like Thomas Cook Rip or something, but it's a bit late for that, isn't it? I mean, like, they went bust like a week and a half ago. I'll be like the only Thomas Cook thing, the only Thomas Cook aircraft on the entirety of that sim, so left it a bit late or whatever. So nice little hops from here in Cardiff down to Newcastle and to Jersey. Obviously Cardiff, one of my favourite airports. Going down to Newcastle, best scenery I think they have. It's still freeware, but it's best scenery I have. Quite like how it looks in the game. It's my favourite in-game airport, definitely. And then we go across to Jersey, which again is one of my favourites to land at. And obviously the timings of the flights also work. So, yeah. So today I've used just auto weights on SimBrief. So we've ended up with a full lot of passengers. Just 0.1 of cargo. But the thing is, SimBrief measures the packs to have bags, which in this plane will probably go as part of the cargo. So I'll see what we ended up with after I've put in all this. So fuel was that. So our takeoff weight at the moment, yeah, look, is way out. So what I need to do is it calculates 55 pounds of passengers of bags per passenger. So 220 times 55 is 1,200. So and then 1,200 like 12,100 pounds to kilograms, we have 5.5. So once I add 5.5, so it's 5.6, and that gives our takeoff weight. It's still a bit off the takeoff weight. You know what? I'm just gonna leave that, like, because I've never ever added the cargo on before like that. I've never ever done that. So what's the point? So it's loaded in all the stuff now. Got a full flight today, all 220 passengers. So let's go ahead and get this started then. So request boarding. Boarding request, we've got 220 on board today. So full house. Who are we going to use? Service there, go on. Luckily boarding shouldn't take too long, but because of the fact we've got a jetway. For some reason, they put in stairs despite the fact that we have a jetway. Does that mean we're going to have a bus? Like, that's really dumb. There's a jetway, like, right there. Why do we need that? Because obviously a little bit of a glitch there. Right, let's focus on actually planning the flight now. So they want us to open. That's weird, because the cargo doors are normally always open. Okay, I guess we're magically closed. So we're going from EGFF to EGNT. Flight number is TCX. I think it's just. I think their call sign used to be Kestrel, and now it is just Thomas Cook. Well, it was just Thomas Cook. It doesn't actually exist anymore. Cost index 30, and cruising today it's 260. It's weird that we're only cruising at 260 though. Like, it's such a long flight. Why are we only cruising at... Is that wrong as well? It says 453 miles. I don't know why it says 453, because there it says it's only 226. That's, oh, never mind, it's just the thing bugging out, because I haven't actually entered in much, like, info yet, I think, is what it is, most likely. Fly. Just checking the audio's all good. And also yesterday, when I thought the audio was quiet, it was absolutely fine. I've watched it back now, today, and it was absolutely fine, so it's nonsense. Right, according to this, we should have been using runway 12. Obviously, I'm going to go ahead and check that, because last time I went and followed Sim Brief's advice in Thessaloniki, it didn't go well. So, but yeah, here, the winds are on 080, so that is, yeah, and then EGNT is, there's no wind at all at EGNT.
Hello.
Interesting. So I'm not sure what we're going to use there. I think the plan, which one were we using planned? I think it was 07 was the plan. So we'll use pole 1 November. And that's it. So it should, yeah, so I'll just check actually. So on FR24, check like the guy told me to do like 2 weeks ago. When I was, I remember landing into Thessaloniki, the guy went on to check fly radar. Because of the, and it's not picking up any planes, of course. Oh, there it is. It is now. So these, I'm trying to find a plane flying into. Right, let's find the last plane that landed in Newcastle. So the last plane that landed, because it's not one landing for quite a bit. So the last one that landed is this one here. It's an EasyJet. So we'll click playback, and then I'll see what I see. So it flew in.
I'm doing good.
Directly. I'm not sure what runway that even is. What runway is that? I'm not great with the directions. So it's east. So that is 07. Yep. There you go. Worked it out event. So they are using 07 down at Newcastle. So from the Brecon VOR, we're taking N864. And then from there, we're going onto UP17, which should be via Neaton, yep, to Pole, and that's literally it. So, enter that in there, and that's it, 247 miles we've got on here. Planned today was 248, so it's pretty good. What you'd expect, it's not always exact. Right, the block fuels today needs to enter that in as well, so 6.6. And that'll be able to calculate the amount of time we have flying. This is 42 minutes. Remove discontinuity there. Right, let's check for restrictions now. So I haven't actually flown out of Cardiff in this game for quite a while, so the charts might have updated. So let's have a check. Here we go, the Brecon 1A, 1B. We're going off the 1B today. So it's 2,600 or above. 2,500 or above, yeah, 4,500 or above, and then it's a cap of 6,000 there at D6, like whatever that's called, and then that's it. So that's bang on what you expect. The landing now, the landing is standard arrival charts, Pole 1 November, there it is. So Pole Hill, which is the Pole VOR, come in, Earcore, this is saying it is max 220 knots, yep, and above 160, above 120, and max 220 Exodru. X's, we need to be above 90, and 220 knots. And then that is the SID then, and we're flying into the airport. So that is exactly what we planned. Brilliant. So that's nice. Got all charts there.
Hello.
Nice. So that's everything that I wanted, everything planned. So just get the seatbelt signs on, and then start the checklist.
Cockpit preparation checklist.
Okay, let's get the APU on as well.
Engine master,
Both off.
engine mode selector,
Check normal.
parking brake,
Off.
thrust levers,
Idle.
ECAM recall,
Checked.
anti-skid,
On.
emergency lights,
Checked and armed.
no smoking signs,
On.
air condition,
Checked.
ventilation panel,
is checked.
Fuel pumps.
Hello.
Set on.
Adheres.
Checked.
Checklist complete.
So that's the checklist complete. We're just waiting on the doors now. We just need to close them. So let's go outside. We are boarding from a bus, despite the fact that there's a jetway like just there. AP's online. Oh, look how many crates there are. There's tons there. 5. Wow. Okay, there's quite a few. Well, this game's lagging, and on the recording it's lagging as well. So we can close the front cargo door, but we're still waiting on everything else.
Hello.
AP's all started up, yep. So we're all ready to go, I think, now. Actually, that reminds me, I still need to fill out this. So flaps 1 for takeoff. Those are RV speeds.
Hello.
Transition altitude 6,000 as always in the UK. No wind. 15 degrees as usual, and 1013 is QNH. And then the radio altitude, which is minimums 200.
Hello.
So that's everything all filled out there. This is estimated it's going to take us 43 minutes. Sim brief says, what does Sim brief say? The Sim brief says here 44 minutes, so pretty good, pretty normal, it's expected. So go outside here. Unfortunately, the recording can't cope with GSX, but yeah, just have to live with that, I guess. I'm saying here, set what brakes to max while we're here. Unfortunately, this livery, some liveries you get like ruin the textures inside the aircraft. This is one of them, like where you get these for some reason. It must be to do with the texture of the repaint itself. It causes the actual internal textures to go a bit weird. Yeah, I'm just moving out those cameras. I absolutely love the way this aircraft looks, though. Just look at it; it's really nice.
Morning.
Actually, that reminds me, while I was looking at that spy, we need to set this thing to Unicorn. There you go, 122.8. That's that plugged in. How's cargo now? Oh, cargo has just finished. And passengers are almost finished as well. Normally we wait on the cargo, but there's so many passengers today, the cargo's actually done first. Which is crazy, there's obviously 220 people. So, they're all boarding somehow from one bus. Doesn't make any sense, that.
Hello.
So those 217 passengers, it should end about now. I said now twice. It should end about now. Yeah, that's a lot easier. There it is. And then we'll ask them for pushback. We'll have to do a straight pushback, okay. So this should kickstart the checklist now, yeah.
Windows and doors.
Closed and locked.
APU.
APU on.
APU bleed.
On.
External power.
So we need to get this off now.
Disconnected and off.
Cabin signs.
On.
Thrust
Hello,
levers.
Captain.
Idle.
We are ready for
Parking
pushback.
brake.
Set
Also,
on.
we've got the new voices as well, which is nice.
Checked. 1013.
1013. Check. Beacon lights.
I wish you could tell GSX to just
Set
wait.
Checklist complete.
Right, off we go. So let's put this thing into ignition start mode, and then get ready.
Locking gear.
It sounds so British, it's really funny. This is the first time I've actually flown with GSX in Britain since the update. Obviously last week we were flying in New Zealand, so we got the New Zealand accent guy. Because it was a new update to GSX. Right, that guy's in position, so I don't know why we're not. There you go.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes.
It really sounds like a fancy version of like Google Translate.
All engines clear. Start at will.
Starting engine 2.
And again, I've just realised my push to talk button is assigned to something else. What did I used to use then? Comma, let's try comma. Comma doesn't do anything in the sim. Good. We found the button that works. Yay! Also, guys, who likes the timer at the start of the streams, by the way? Like, whoa, okay. Whoa, yeah, okay. I just teleported to see another another plane that was quite far away, and it totally broke it.
Starting number 1.
Also, we've got IAE
Two
engines
stabilised.
in this plane, so we've got a little bit different sounds. I'm not sure what that sound is, but you always hear it in this plane. These engines are definitely slow at starting up. They should stop the pushback about now, otherwise we're going to end up like, you know... There's a stand there, so I don't understand, like, we're going to be crashed into that stand soon. Normally in real life they'd push you back like that way, I think, but GSX didn't give you that option. Right, stop now. He's going super slow. Like, stop's good.
Set parking brakes.
Parking brakes are set.
It seriously sounds. Oh, okay. London controls just come on. Like, oh, it's only in the south. It's only in the south area. So if I look at my map, that doesn't cover us at all. So it might, if they're still online later, it could cover us out of Jersey, maybe. I'm not
Engine
entirely
1 is
sure.
stabilised.
We're starting the engines. We're just waiting for GSX to finish with us.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Why does that sound like such a fancy Google Translate? It honestly does. So, spoilers at arms, get the flats warning there as well. It honestly sounds like a fancy Google Translate, it's unbelievable. But yeah, we're not in the London South sector, so we can't contact them. They're not actually in range of us at the moment. They might have gone
Left is
already.
clear.
They might have
Right is
disconnected.
clear.
Don't know. They're not on our. They're not within range of us
After
though.
start checklist.
Engine mode selector.
Set.
APU bleed.
Set off.
APU master.
Set off.
Ground spoilers.
Checked and armed.
Rudder trim.
Checked 0.
Pitch trim.
Set.
Flight controls.
Full left. Full right. Neutral. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Rudder.
Right, forget the rudder.
Flaps 1.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Ecam status.
Checked.
Ecam door page.
Checked.
Hand signal.
Off we
Received.
go.
Checklist complete.
Okay, that's all that sorted. Obviously, I haven't got to worry about the tracker thing on a virtual airline. Obviously, we won't have an FPN for how good our landings are, but hopefully they're smooth. So we're all ready for takeoff now. Just do the takeoff config quickly. So let's taxi over to the runway.
Taxi checklist.
And my chair is
Flight.
really creaky.
Brake check.
Pedal pressed. Checked 0.
Check. Auto brakes.
Max.
Takeoff data.
Reviewed.
FCU.
Checked.
Flight instruments.
Checked.
Checked. TO config.
Checked. No blue.
Checklist complete.
So that's the checklist complete. Just get over now. Go to the runway. in this lovely airport. That's screenshot worthy. We're gonna miss Thomas Cook, obviously, so nice to celebrate them. Oh, there's a nice little fly beam. It's still very far away, but whatever. Taxiing along, let's get the before takeoff checklist on now.
Flight attendants, seats for takeoff. Before takeoff checklist.
Brake temperature.
Checked.
Brake fans.
Off.
Engine mode selector.
Checked normal.
TCAS.
TARA, tilt above.
Exterior lights.
Set on.
Sliding tables.
Stowed.
Stowed. Checklist complete.
So we're ready to go now. So we're ready to go now. Line up on the runway. And then off we go to Newcastle. This is the last one of the last Thomas Cook flights will ever be on VATSIM, I think. Certainly the last one I'll ever do, most likely. Unless, like, wow, where they suddenly come back, but I don't think that's going to happen. Right. Yeah, this stream is a farewell to Thomas Cook. Hopefully we can have some good landings to celebrate Thomas Cook then. Fingers crossed. Right, we're on the runway. Lined up. And off we go for the first of 2 flights for Thomas Cook. Shore power,
Take
toga.
off. Man, toga, SRS and runway.
Check.
Right, try and keep still on the runway now. There's 100 knots. And start the clock. There's V1.
Rotate.
Rotate.
Positive.
There's
climb.
positive climb.
Gear
Gears
up.
going up.
Navigation.
Check.
Pull the plane up a little bit. There we go, we're in the air.
Gears up. Lights off.
Pitch plane down a little bit. Let's gain speed.
Flap 0.
There's flap 0.
Check. Flap to 0.
Disarm the spoilers. Then plane pitches up a little bit again. And then
Autopilot on.
autopilot on.
Climb
Back to climb
thrust.
thrust.
And the after takeoff checklist.
Engine mode selector.
Checked normal.
Spoilers.
Disarmed.
Flaps.
Checked retracted.
Landing gear.
Gear up. Lights off.
Exterior lights.
Set off.
Packs.
Both on.
Anti-ice.
Off.
TCAS.
Checked.
Altimeter.
1013.
1013. Checked. Checklist complete.
And there we are. We are out of Cardiff. Take some more little screenshots. And here we are at 6,000 where we need to stay for the next 15 miles. Put that into 40 mode. Actually, no, not 40 mode. 10. We'll keep it in 10 because there's a ton of waypoints up ahead.
Transition altitude.
Barrow reference set and cross check.
Check.
So just going to standard there, standard pressure. Let's sit your Cardiff down there. And there's the airport. Hear that lovely engine? It's very loud. Very, very loud. And yeah, look, for some reason after BCM we've got so many waypoints there, and then they start spreading out eventually. Oh, why not? I'll just put it into 40 mode now. There are a lot of waypoints along that bit for some reason. 10 miles away from being able to allowed to go back up to 2,600 feet. So just chilling now, I think. Not really doing much, just sitting here enjoying. Oh, there are some nice mountains. There you go. Something to enjoy. Mountains. And we can cross off all of Cardiff charts there. I'm just checking that the stream's not lagging there when I'm on my own page. Good. Okay, lovely. That's about it for now. I think we'll climb up. Was it 3 miles now? We'll start climbing. 10,000 feet. Obviously, landing lights off. Cruising today at 26,000 feet. That's about it, really. So, not an awful lot. Reasonably short flight, so we'll try and get it done in under 45 minutes to try and go with what sim briefing this aircraft said at the start. We're approaching the end of that bit now, and there's the end of the restriction. Look, because this plane just immediately goes nuts and starts heading up as fast as it can, and then it starts to slow down again. It's like, I don't know, its initial climb is always nuts. But lovely engine view, nice loud engine sounds. Screenshot taken. There's 9,000. So we're going up to 10,000. There's so many I don't know why there's so many waypoints on the start of this airway. There's just a ton for no reason at all. Because we're on this airway until Leeton. Oh, there's 10,000.
Lights off.
And then it switches to airway. This is it's all on UP17 anyway, but I don't know. So once we've finished this turn, once we've finished this turn, that's when I'll, do the fasten seatbelt signs, because we'll be heading directly forwards then. So they're starting to go up again now. So now we've evened out, we've basically reached that altitude, we've basically reached that speed, I mean. So I'll turn off the fasten seatbelt sign. And then I'll check on SimBrief to see how we're doing in terms of our plan. So, scrolling there, there's a ton of waypoints on this. So there's GoGig. This recommends we'll be 7 minutes into the flight at GoGig. So because of that waypoint, where we've had to stay at 250, which SimBrief hasn't planned for, we're a bit behind, like by about 2 minutes. Unfortunately. But, never mind. The gap between these waypoints is just silly though. There's literally no gap at all. I still can't understand why there's an Air Canada, like, on Unicom, saying about, like, Heathrow, when Heathrow's actually included in the ATC. That's really confusing, but whatever. I think 17,000 now, so nice and much more high up now. On our flight. After Neaton, there's a tiny turn. I think that's literally the only turn on the entire route, pretty much. It's not much of turning. There's a small bit there, then obviously there's the SID, so... Unfortunately, the SID has, you know, like, pretty much the entire SID, apart from Gokov, all of the SID has a maximum 220 knot speed, which is really annoying. Actually, let's have a look at our landing, like, sort of, yeah, pretty normal. Because I've realised that I'd never actually checked that. It was a bit stupid, I never actually checked, but whatever. So here's 21,000. Obviously we've got 5,000 more to go. And then we're at cruise. It's not cruising very high today. I don't know how long we're going to have at cruise. Don't think it'll be massively long, maybe about 90 miles possibly. What does this say? Between Pole and Gokov, that says it'll be. It might have to be a bit of a steepish descent, that's the thing as well, because we have to be above 160 at Earcore. We have to. So that might be what's happened. So we should start seeing the contrail now, yeah. I know about 23,000 feet, that's when you see the contrails, but yeah, I don't know, I like looking at it. I find it interesting. The audio sounds so quiet on my other monitor. So we should. Oh no, my voice doesn't sound quiet. Just the audio in the game sounds a bit quiet. Let's put that up a little bit then. It's not even in the amber, so I don't know. This play might be a bit quieter than the other one, possibly. So it was at -7.5. Let's put it at -5. There you go. That's a mix. Should be good. Whoa, I don't know. I just clicked the space bar to move the camera and I just magically got teleported, yeah. Great. I was thinking actually, I mean I totally forgot about this, but you can just use this as a camera, can't I, while I'm taxiing? It's not very exact, that's the problem, like, it's not exact enough. Oh, there's cruising altitude. So, how long have we got at cruise? 88 miles. Yeah, so roughly 90 miles, like I thought. How long's that in minutes? It's currently 7:31, 7:42 that's saying, so 11 minutes basically. Not long. We're not cruising. We are cruising reasonably higher, but not like, you know, in the usual regions of cruise, which is like 36,000 feet roughly. In the region of 35 to 40,000. There's a couple of planes in our area now. We've got a British Airways 747 there. Don't know what that is. Got a TAP Portugal. And whatever this is as well. Manchester's quite busy actually, because we're heading quite close to Manchester now. And there's a lot of planes in that area. Because there's ATC online there. Jersey got no planes at all, obviously. Newcastle, we're the only plane. Cardiff, we were the only plane. So, at the moment, it's looking quite lonely. Not going to have any other planes to join me. That's what it's looking like at the moment. Obviously, that seems very quiet this time of the morning. I did actually look at New Zealand quickly, which is where, obviously, like, that's by loaded in. It's packed. All the controls online, everything. So, obviously, because over in New Zealand right now, it's like a peak time, isn't it? It's like 7 PM. So, that's why. Obviously, it gets busy over in Europe, and that's in a different time. So, when I did that Newcastle, like that New Zealand flight, I was the only flight in the entirety of New Zealand. It was a nice flight, that though. I'll definitely do some more Topa Sky flights, I think. Like, maybe on a Saturday morning we'll try it again. Unfortunately, it's the A320. Like, I'm wanting to get a flight in there for the 737, but I haven't, a lot of the stream, actually, let's have a look on my channel, but the last stream I did with the 737, I think was quite a while ago. All my streams recently have been an A320. Today I was going to do a 737, but obviously, Thomas Cook didn't use the 737. So, yeah, because 2 weeks ago I used the Aegean A319. 2 weeks ago. So last week the stream was the Topa Sky A320. That was a shorter stream. And the week before it was the Aegean A319, and then the week before that it was then the 4-hour long stream of the 737. So it's been like a couple of Saturdays ago that I did that. So I think next week I'll definitely aim for a 737. I don't know what we're going to be doing next week, but I've got time next week, so we'll be doing something, I think. but I'm not sure what yet. It'll obviously be flight sim as usual, but I'm not sure. We might be doing some VFR flying. We've got a ton of virtual airlines, obviously, and all that, so we've got no clue yet. I haven't flown the Dash 8 for quite a while, but the thing is, really, to fly the Dash 8, I'd have to get, used to it again. Which I could do. I haven't flown the Dash 8 in quite a while. I think I've only ever done, like, one stream on the Majestic Dash 8. And that was from, it was Belfast to Inverness, I think. And that was a good couple of weeks ago. Months, I mean. Months ago. Good couple of months ago. And obviously, we did do, originally we were just doing the 737 on that UK tour, but then they stopped it halfway through the summer. So we couldn't complete it, unfortunately. I was only like 3 legs away from the end, but oh well. Whoa. Plane just turned very suddenly there. We'll do some TUI or something. I don't know, it's a bit like, I'm just thinking, like, what shall we do next Saturday? I've got no clue. No clue at all. Could do some more of that Greek. Again, the Greek island hopping is the A320. So even though that was really nice to do, and actually, I'm gonna have a look at the virtual airlines in. Like first, like on this, I think it's, what was it, VAMS's. They've got loads of different airlines, so I'm trying to pick out one that's got the 7. Actually, no, think about it. Eurowings. You could do a 737 with Eurowings. Flights out of Salzburg or something, maybe. That sounds like a good idea. Actually, I think I'm going to do that next week. Couple of flights with virtual Eurowings. I think that sounds like a good plan. What was that beep about then? It was like the beep when it comes to almost descending. We're not almost descending. Whoa, we are as well. Okay, and we're slightly off course for some reason. Like, by 0.1 miles. That doesn't make any sense. Right, let's put this down then to... What's the ILS altitude, first of all? 2,200 or above. 2,200. And the go-around altitude? 2,500. So I'll set this to 2,500. Which is the go-around altitude, because the first waypoint on the ILS is above 2,200, but really, by the first point on the ILS, I'll have already taken over approach mode, and in approach mode, it ignores what's set here, it just follows the glide slope. So that's what we'll do in then. Yeah, this flight has gone quite quickly. Wondering what we're going to do next week, really. Half the time, I think that's all we've been doing. Just been like, what should we do next week? Let's make sure that the intermission text is working. It is good. I'm glad the intermission's working. I think it was the intermission. I can't remember. There's one of these things here just magically disappeared. I think it was the intermission text. It just magically disappeared. Like, about what, maybe 2 weeks ago. I can't remember. But it did just magically disappear. It's like. Well, I'm just filling out the message on VPilot I'm going to send when we start descending. I can spell descending. Paul and N. So I've got that message ready then for when I descend in roughly 25 miles, I think. By the looks of that. 22 miles. It looks more like 25, that, honestly. But, okay. That's saying 22. It does look like 25, though. But, okay. Yeah, look, because if it was 20 miles, it would be on that line. If it was 20 miles right now. But it isn't on that line. Okay, so obviously those are a bit apart. For some reason. Don't know why, but whatever, just ignore it. Whatever it is, it's not long to descent, basically. I think that's what I'm trying to get out of that. But actually, what's our landing altitude? Because I haven't looked for quite a bit. Let's have a look. Our landing altitude, no, not landing out. Landing speed 145 is our V approach speed. That's nuts. Okay, it's quite a big one. I was saying that's just normal, isn't it? I haven't flown the A321 for quite a while. I flew the A319 and the A320 recently. I haven't flown the A321. Flown the A321 for ages. So obviously, the only thing different about the A321 is obviously its speeds and obviously it's a lot easier to tail strike. I think the last time I flew, was the last time actually? It might have been flying into Newcastle last time with Fly UK.
Bill signs.
A couple of months ago.
Auto.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Been interrupted by myself by the captain there. And I am the captain.
Standard.
Bearer radio.
I don't think there's anything I need to do on that
Check.
checklist. Oh, wait a minute. I'm dumb. That was still on set above though. That was still set to above. Never mind. It doesn't really matter, but still. Look, starting that little turn. Despite the fact that we're still like 3 miles from pole. I guess it's doing it anyway. There's no ATC, is there? It's still just south. I'm not sure if we're going to be passing through the south sector. I'm looking at where, so like Jersey itself is classed as like an extension of the west sector. I might just briefly pass through the south sector on my way to Jersey. That's if they're still online though. They might not be online by then. So there's descent, so send the message on VPilot and descent.
Initiating descent.
FMA check.
Radar tilt.
Set below.
So there we go, down now. I need to stay above 160 for ear core. And we need to actually get the speed brakes out already to get this thing to actually follow its descent path. And there it is. Descent path is back to normal. It is going to have to be a bit of a slow descent then, because it's like we're really not, we're quite, far away from that 160 marker. We're a good 10 plus 26 miles off, which is a bit weird. Like why we're descending now. Aren't we going to hit it? I'm guessing it's going to slow down when it gets to like 19,000 or something. It's going to slow down like rapidly, which it seems to do. think it has slowed down a bit, but not fully. We'll see how that works. So we've got like, I think it's what, 16 miles that says, and we've got less than 3,000 miles to go. So we're gonna hit that, like, that little, like, we're gonna hit that altitude restriction then. Why are they doing that? Why didn't it just descend later so we had a smooth descent? That doesn't make any sense. Because it's definitely above, look, it's definitely above 160, it's not at 160. Weird. Tons of fuel on arrival, we're fine. The amount of meters is just going down. Yeah, we are probably going to hit about 16,000 bit, I think, definitely. So just descending down. Yeah, there you go. We've hit. I think we have literally just hit that restriction of 16,000. Look, and we're still 10 miles out. What's this plane doing? There you go. It's just kicked into that mode now where it's just going to hold at 16,000, and it's now slowing us down. So that's its plan then, get us down to 16,000, so, and it can use that to slow down. Maybe that was its plan all along, make it sound like some sort of like evil thing that had a plan. Like, I doubt it's just intelligent planning, it's not evil. And I'll try to slow this thing down now. Unfortunately, trying to slow something down to such a slow pace, it's quite annoying. And it's also like, there you go, the Mac, I think the Mac disappears off the screen at 0.5, doesn't it? Yep, it does. Also, I can get this into 10 mode now. And I'll turn, yeah, no, I'll leave the landing system until 10,000 like normal. That's now moaning at us for having the speed brake, so I'll retract it. Might need to go into flat 1 here to get it to calm down. Yeah, I will. Yeah, that's allowed it to ease off it having to stay up. So I had to go flat 1 to help it out there. So, and then we're going to descend in 2 miles. Down to 12,000 then. About now it should do it. Yep, now. Obviously not doing a very steep descent, that's kind of expected really. So how far now? Just 44 miles, so not far. This final bit of descent must be quite steep, because we've got 16 miles to go. No, 18 miles to... No, it should be fine, should be doable. Let's get the landing system turned on now, though. So it's picking up the ILS, look, which is obviously what we want. Got a little course there, and that's saying altitude in blue. That's actually, I think that's just altitude restriction. I don't think that has anything to do with it, but I'm not sure if we're gonna hit that 12,000 restriction now. I think maybe it's planned it, so we'll hit it just as we go through to avoid any other stoppages in the descent. They must have changed the procedures into Newcastle though, because I'm positive I've never had like these restrictions going into Newcastle before. Don't think I ever have. Yeah, look, the restriction ends there, and it already passed it, so good. And it's just decided to randomly change our course all of a sudden there. A slight little turn it wants us to do for no apparent reason. Let's get the seatbelt sign on now. 36 miles away, so not very far out at all now. And there you go, I think it's just picked up the ILS there, look. Just picked it up. It's 28 miles away. Under 12,000 feet now. And there's a plane on the ground at Newcastle as well, okay. And that's going, it's a Jet 2. Not sure where it's going. There it is. So whoever's there is going to have a shock to see a Thomas Cook on the ground. But I'll say roughly 10 minutes from arrival, yeah? Just so the guy on the ground knows. Right, so there's 10,000, so landing lights can come on. And the restriction of the altitude ends like just after Etz's. I actually need to
Passing 10,000 feet.
Lights on.
get the speed brake out, otherwise we're going to be speeding for the like for the flap setting. So yeah, we've got 19 miles to the ILS now, just a case of slowing down, keeping up with the ILS pace until we hit the decel marker. I'm not sure when that is. There it is, just seen it. There's the plane on the ground at Newcastle. Nice to know there is a plane down there on the ground. Right up. Okay, GSX isn't listening to us. Okay, nice, can't access GSX. Oh, there you go, I can now, apparently. Just magically works. So let's use gate 9 because it's got a jetway. Menzies again. What gate is that? Can't see them. Maybe they don't spawn into them on the ground. I don't think they do. Possibly. Right. What's that sound? Oh, the approach checklist. So we're planning stand 9. So he's planning stand. There's 7,300. Very precise, but whatever. ...11 nautical miles to to the ILS. I think everything's all in now, isn't it? Pretty much. Just need to wait for that diesel point where we can slow down. 6,000, that's where we have transition altitude. And the approach checklist has just started as well. Literally like now.
Approach checklist.
Ecam status.
Checked.
Sliding tables.
Stowed.
Stowed. Cabin signs.
Checked.
Nav accuracy.
Checked.
Bearer reference.
Standard.
Speed check. Flaps 1. Transition altitude.
Checked. 1013.
1013.
Flight attendants, prepare for landing.
All those weird audio cue things all going off at the same time there, a bit odd. $5,000 feet. Right, this thing's actually below its glide slope now somehow. Let's arm the approach. Yeah, so it's only 1 miles from the airport, so send that when I get a bit closer, obviously. All seen these date like gone now, because I went to view a British Airways 757 on the ground somewhere. It looked like a 757. I don't see anything nearby. Whatever. So it's picked up the localizer now, so it's going to start its descent, which is the plan. You know, no, not its descent, its turn to the airport. So there's the airport, look. There's the glide slope gone in.
Speed check. Flaps 2.
There's flaps 2. So you need to start slowing this plane down now. So we're 7 nautical miles out from the airport. Post that now. On there.
500.
There's the 2500 GPWS call out.
Speed check. Flaps 3. Speed check. Flaps full.
There you go, flaps full.
Local.
We can arm spoilers, I think, probably, can't we? And medium water brakes.
Gear down.
Gear down.
Gear's going down. Ready for landing. We're just 5.5 miles away now, so let's get
Autopilot off.
autopilot off. Auto throttle off.
Landing checklist.
Landing gear.
Want the plane to be idle for now, I think.
Down and locked. 3 greens.
Ground spoilers.
Checked and armed.
Auto brakes.
Medium.
Exterior lights.
Oh yeah, we need to make sure they're set.
Set.
Go around altitude.
Checked.
Landing memo.
Checked. No blue.
Checklist complete.
1,000.
Speed.
Oh,
Speed.
there's
Speed.
there's the speed
Speed.
warning again.
Speed. 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 Speed.
Flight
Speed.
slow.
Speed. Speed.
Flight
Speed.
slow. Flight slow. Flight
Completely the
slow.
wrong place, so it keeps messing around. There you go.
Flight
Good.
slow.
Back to normal now. Oh, there's. But I've seen 42 minutes on the clock there, so exact with what was
500,
planned.
500.
Slightly too high. Never mind. It's better than being too low, which is normal. More normal for me.
400.
There's
300 above.
300. Plane's ready to land.
200 minimum.
Continue.
Flight slow.
200 minimums.
Flight
100.
slow.
We're a bit low there. I don't know, it doesn't look low,
70,
but it's saying we
60,
are.
50,
Flight
40,
slow.
30, 20. Retard. 5.
Ground
Oh.
spoilers.
Small bit of a bounce there. Right,
Reverse
reverses.
3.
Decel.
70 knots.
There's 70 knots. Reverses coming in.
Manual brakes.
Auto brakes off.
And put the throttle in. Flaps down. And welcome everybody to Newcastle. Flight time 44 minutes. Oh wow. I think that just duplicated that ad. And there we are. Down in Newcastle.
After landing checklist.
Exterior lights.
Checked.
Ground spoilers.
Checked retracted.
Engine mode selector.
Checked normal.
Flaps.
Checked retracted.
TCAS.
Set off.
Brake temperature.
Checked.
APU.
On.
Checklist complete.
So now heading towards the terminal, nice and calm, after a nice little flight. So, flight 1 of 2 done. Wasn't a great landing. The plane, you know, did sink a little bit there on final. So we were too high, then we suddenly went too low. But there you go. After just 44 minutes in the air, get the clock turned off now. We are here, and then we'll turn around the plane and be off to Jersey. So nice. Plane's taxiing along nicely. There is obviously a plane on the ground here. I can see my stand up there, so taxiing along, nice. Obviously the ATC is still online there in the south sector, so I'm not sure. We might get some ATC later, possibly. So here's the stairs over there. Little stairs. There's the stand. There doesn't appear to be any markings onto the stand, so I don't know what's going on there. Or we literally just taxi like that, do we? Maybe. Apparently there was a jetway, which is why I chose this stand, but I don't see any jetway. Right, here we are. Where are those numbers on that guy's head? Why are there no numbers? Why is it telling me to go left? I'm actually bang on, I think. There's no numbers on his head for some reason. There's normally numbers around his head. They removed that in like the latest. Oh, there you go. They've literally just spawned in. He's telling me to keep going, which is weird. Because that's saying I'm too far, but he's saying keep going. Mate, I'm going to crash into you! Oh, forget it. This guy's a moron. I've gone way too far now, because that guy didn't tell me to stop. Actually, I think I'm bang on still. Right, I've cut my engines.
Parking brake and chocks.
Wasn't regular parking. I was bang on the lot, I'll just forget it. Right, ground services.
Chocks are set. Parking brakes released.
Engine master.
Both off.
Seatbelt signs.
Set off.
Beacon lights.
Set off.
Exterior lights.
Set off.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Fuel pumps.
Set off.
Checklist complete.
Nice. That is everything. So we want deboarding. And then we'll tell it, obviously we have 220 passengers. Unless it happens to have remembered that we have 220. Remember to operate the jetway. There's no jetway here! There literally is no jetway. Well, I chose to stand because it said it had a jetway. And there's no jetway. Like, wow. Well, we'll just deboard off the back door instead, I think. Because for some reason, none of the other exits, you know, like, it doesn't exist, so. Whatever. Yeah, they're gonna get me to open that door, aren't they? It's really annoying though. I don't know if that jetway just doesn't exist, obviously. It's not like into the terminal at all, is it? Oh, it's not. So as all those crates come off. Right, let's go ahead and
You did a great job. Thank you for a wonderful
disconnect from that sim. And then we need to go over to SimBrief, refresh the page, I'll cross off the star there.
Bye, have a good one.
So we need a new flight on SimBrief.
Bye, thank you for a wonderful
Thomas
flight.
Cook 2104, going from UGNT, UGJJ, A321. It is GTCVD. Call sign Thomas Cook 2104.
Bye-bye.
Auto passengers or on the cargo. $388 miles, this is saying. That was 377 miles, but it doesn't involve a SID, unfortunately. Yeah, this one involves, I think, a SID. 388 miles. So that's that one there. We'll go with that one. So this flight's going to be a bit longer. In real life, they said it takes an hour, this flight. I'm positive it's going to be longer. Right, let's generate the OFP then. Oh, I actually haven't set the cruise altitude, the cruise profile. So cost index for 30. And then it's generating all this stuff it needs to generate. So I'm estimating about an hour was the original estimate of how long this flight would be. How long is it actually going to be? Let's have a look. This is saying, yeah, an hour. It's saying an hour. Okay. It's a very long route as well, like very long. Which is kind of odd. So I'll put that in there.
Thank you. Good night. Thank you.
This says we're going to be departing at 8:55 Zulu. I'm going to say 9:05 Zulu just to be safe.
Bye. Have a good one.
I'm not sure what the fuel's going to be yet. 35,000 feet. Plan there. That's the planned cruise altitude. So our speed is going to be, on cruise, is going to be up a bit. So, have a look there. So we've got, I need to actually copy in the remarks for the flight.
Thank you for a
And
wonderful
then
flight.
once that's done, I need to just quickly check how much fuel we're taking. No, not fuel. How much? Yeah, how much fuel we're taking in time. It's 2 hours 25 minutes we're taking. So that's that done. Then we need to go down here and check how many passengers. We've got 206 passengers with 0.2 cargo. So we'll do that once we're finished loading. And we've got 7.6 on the fuel. So let's start getting all this planned. So EG. Going from EGNT to EGJJ. If I can find J, there it is. Flight number Thomas Cook TCX and then 2104, 2104. I won't be want to say it.
Thank you.
Cost index 30 again. Cruising today 350. Right, departures. I'm guessing we're still using 07, yeah? There's still no wind. And I'll check EGJJ as well. There, EGJ is 300 is the wind. We're taking the Gurley 1 Tango, yep. Arrival then is, by the looks of it, it's going to be ILS 26. And we're taking the Jersey 2Q. So pop that in there. And then let's get this all sorted. So from Gurley, it's a very long route this, we're taking P18.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Where's P? P18 onto P16 via Gasco, yep, onto UP16 via Ribble. Okay, that's saying via Nokin, but it doesn't actually. Onto UN862. No intersection found. Okay, so erase all of that. Airways from Gurley, we're going P18 as far as onto P16. Yeah, via Glasgow, and then we're going to Ribble.
You did a great job. Thank you for a wonderful flight.
Yep. And then we're taking UP16. As far as Nokin. I need to put that in now.
Bye. Have a good one.
Yeah, and then we're taking UN862 onto UN90
Bye. Thank you for a wonderful flight.
via Lamat to Notro. And there's no way for me now to. I need to actually go on. Oh no, I just lost all of that. No! That's really annoying. Why is this game so mean? Okay, I accidentally clicked on a button and then that caused it to delete everything I just entered. Nice. So, again, P18, P16, to to Ribble. Onto UP16, to Nukin. And then we're taking UN862 onto UN90.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And we're taking that as far as Notro. And sliding there. Scroll down as far as Notro. And then from there we're taking UY19 91. UN 91. As far as Big No. And that's it then. So that's coming up as being 393 miles. Planned distance was 398 miles. So we're good. Okay, start getting all the load on now. So we've got 206 passengers. No, wrong. They got 206, and then cargo 0.2, fuel 7.6. Instant load that on there, so I can get this sorted. So checklist needs to be started. Right, ground services, that's no, need to check. Nothing's good there. So just go to checklist, and then we need to go first on here. We need to go to init, and then our block fuel is 7.6. Let's start the boarding now. So flats 1, and then 6,000 transition altitude 0/0, 15 degrees and 1013.
Morning.
Nice! And then VATSIM, we need to go into VATSIM. Just make sure everything's all in here. It is flight plan. Nope, I need to connect first. Connect, file. And there you go, it's all filed, all ready to go. So put that to 35,000. And then seatbelt signs on. APU's already on, which is good.
Hello.
For later, obviously it doesn't switch off in the turnaround according to the checklist. To the cockpit preparation checklist now.
Cockpit preparation checklist.
Engine
I'm
master.
right next to her.
Both off.
Thank you.
Engine mode selector.
Check normal.
Parking brake.
Off.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
ECAM recall.
Checked.
Anti-skid.
On.
Emergency lights.
Checked and armed.
No smoking signs.
On.
Air conditioning.
Checked.
Ventilation panel.
Is checked.
Fuel pumps.
Set on.
Dead ears.
Checked.
Checklist complete.
We're just waiting now for the doors to be all be shut. So let's go to doors. Get that on.
Hello.
So what we need to do now, I need to check the charts. That's what I need to do. So we're looking at the SID 07, yeah, and then the star in Jersey is Jersey to Quebec. On runway 26, there's a 2 Quebec. Found it. So there's Big No. There's the 2 Quebec. So on the 2 Quebec, we're literally just going direct to the Jersey VOR, and that's literally it, according to this. So from Big No, it's literally just direct, is it? Yeah, it is direct, okay. And then we're on the arrival. Sounds good. Okay, that's that sorted then. It is actually just direct from Big No, which is quite funny. 56 miles, that's, yeah, okay, that is literally all that is. We can go round the airport as well using Chubb and Oyster, Perch, and then coming in that way, but that way is longer, so obviously it's not giving us that way, it's giving us the 2 Quebec. Can't count. Right, this is the SID now, so I shouldn't look the other way around, but whatever.
Hello.
So NTE is 2,000 or above, yeah, 210 knots. Max 250 knots, 4,000 or above. Girly, we need to be at 8,000. Yeah, okay, that is everything.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you?
So
I'm
go
doing
back
good.
to the sim brief page. And that's it. That's everything in there that should be in there. all the details are correct. This is saying 55 minutes it'll take. Could be slightly longer than that, but okay. Lufthansa 747 in the area, nice. So we've got a JetBlue crate, we've got a LAN crate, an Express crate, a Cubana crate, and a Globe Round Berlin crate. It's so random. How's the boarding coming along as well? 121 out of 206, okay. And Squad 07, we want to push back. We want to push back right, I think. They might only do straight push back. Looking at that. If they do, oh well. And at the moment.
Hello.
Oh, the centre controlling Jersey isn't online, unfortunately. It's the other French centre that's gone online. But yeah, so London control south. Are we actually heading through there? Have a look. So I don't think we are looking at that. So our route, Big No. Yeah, Big No is in the west part. Because we're heading, what we're doing, we're heading out over Manchester, over Birmingham, over Cardiff, and then straight down that way. So I'm looking at my map I've got here. Up to Big No. Yeah, we're completely avoiding the south sector, so we're not going to get any ATC unless the west sector come online, which they don't normally. Normally, it's only the south that tend to come online, so that's what we'll have to do. So I'm not going to get any ATC, I don't think. Jersey at the moment, we are the only plane heading to Jersey, so yeah.
Hi. Thank you.
So everyone's boarding. That luggage is actually finished, the front luggage. So I'll get that closed. We'll probably wait on those back crates now. That's what'll happen. Because there's still 2 more of them to go on after that one, and I think the passenger loading's almost finished. I think.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning. Receive boarding cards, sir, please. Thank you.
Yeah, 109 out of 206. We've almost completely finished loading the passengers. We're just waiting on that back luggage. That's all we're waiting on. Meanwhile, we may as well check the route through. So we're leaving, heading out that way. Let's put it out a little bit. There you go. All of them are finished. We're just waiting on the bags now. So that's all of that, the whole route. So it's quite a long route in terms of
the cabin is secure.
the amount of, and the arrival is Jersey, and then we're looping round to the ILS. Okay, that's the plan. Great. Is there no actual restriction then? Because we could just that kind of feels like we're going to get in the way of other traffic if there was any other traffic. Get in the way, won't it? I don't know. That's what this is telling me to do, so that's what we'll do. And we've still got this last crate there going on, and then that'll be it then. We'll be finished loading and ready to leave. So that's what we'll be doing. So I think we might overrun the stream slightly. The original plan for the stream was 2 hours 40 minutes, but since this is going to take an hour, it's going to be roughly 3 hours, I think, by the time we're done. Right, baggage loading progress there has been done. Right, I can close the back door now. And then checklist. And get ready for pushback and
Before
departure.
start checklist.
It's waiting for us
Windows
to
and doors.
complete apparently.
Closed and locked.
APU.
APU on.
APU bleed.
Set on.
External power.
Disconnected and off.
Cabin signs.
On.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Parking
Set
brake.
on.
Bearer reference.
Checked. 1013.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for
1, 0,
pushback.
1, 3. Check. Beacon lights.
Set on.
Checklist complete.
There you go, ready to depart now. This plane's ready to go. Just waiting on.
Locking gear.
There's the British dude again. Are we gonna get the British one in Jersey? Actually, I won't be able to tell, will I? Because there's no. Actually, there's only audio when pushing back. Pushing back right, we are. Well, that's the plan. Is to push back
Departure
right.
check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes.
Just makes me laugh. It seriously sounds like a fancy
Commencing push.
Google
All
Translate
engines clear.
voice.
Start
Like
at will.
a fancy British Google Translate voice. It seriously does.
Starting engine 2.
So off we go now. On our way. Engine 1 can go on as well.
Starting number 1.
On the spoilers. That's 1. Set this for the checklist later. Okay, that man isn't moving, obviously. I'm positive I had advanced animations turned on, and I know I did because that guy over there, like, sort of
Engine
told me
2
how
is
to get in.
stabilised.
This guy apparently can't walk, so yeah, lovely. Nice. Slight glitch there. Why not? Yeah, may as well just screenshot it. Again, FSX being FSX. That's got to be in every single stream at least
Engine
once.
1
That.
is stabilised.
So the engines, I think, are normal. Good, they are. And we're just waiting on these guys to push us back properly, which is sort of happening, and sort of not happening as well. Really, we want to be lined up on this taxiway here. I think that's what they're doing, but they're doing it in a bit of an odd way. And by a bit, I mean quite odd, but unusual. Doesn't really make much sense, but never mind. There's a British Airways 757. Look, I don't know why. I don't think British Airways operates 757 anymore, so I don't know why. That guy is operating it. I can't see it in my area though. Wait, what? What? What on earth? Is this pushback bugged out? What on earth? What's going on here? What? Okay, obviously this is bugged out. Really, game? Really? Yeah, obviously there's a slight glitch in that pushback. Just ever so slight. It's not a big glitch at all. No. Wow. If FSX wasn't being FSX a few minutes ago, it definitely is now. Right, can you stop now? You're gonna push me back into there? Stop. Stop.
Set parking brake.
Oh, finally. And what's really funny, I asked for a right push back. He's literally pushed me like that. Next time I'm just going to do a straight pushback because that is like, that's so bugged. Wow. Just wow. When you know you're playing the best game on earth. Mate, can you walk? There's something wrong with GSX today. There is honestly something wrong with it. And my recording is being super laggy, my game is being super laggy. What's going on? Seriously, what's going on? My recording's being laggy and my game's being laggy. Why? Why is my recording doing this to me? Why are you being mean, recording? Why are you suddenly make? There you go. It's just suddenly gone 60 FPS again.
Engine mode selector.
And then it's gone down again. Wow.
Set.
APU bleed.
Set off.
Unlocking gear.
Master.
Off.
I'm having some lag in my recording and some lag in the game.
Checked and
But I think
armed.
it's...
Scooter trim.
No, it's still there.
Tow
Check
truck
0.
disconnected.
Bridge trim.
Bypass pin removed.
Checked.
Side controls. Flaps.
Flaps 1.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Ecam status.
Checked.
Ecam door page.
Checked.
Hand signal.
Received.
Checklist complete.
It is being straight. It is being a bit laggy here. I think GSX is slightly weird.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
The way he said that, it's like so quick. I'm waiting for this guy to disappear. I'm waiting for all of GSX to disappear so that this lag can stop. Because it's a joke. I don't know what's going on. Have a good trip. Yeah, they disappeared and then my recording should manage to go up to 60 FPS again. But it isn't. What's happened to my recording? Why is it suddenly going slow again? What's happened? I think we're back up to 60. I think we're back up to 60. We are. Yay! We're back up to 60 FPS.
Brake check.
Pedal pressed. Checked 0.
Check. Auto brakes.
Max.
Takeoff data.
Reviewed.
FCU.
Checked.
Flight instruments.
Checked.
Checked. TO config.
Set.
Checklist complete.
And then going straight into the before takeoff
Flight attendants,
because
seats for takeoff.
literally
Before takeoff checklist.
the runway is just there. It's a very short taxi.
Brake temperature.
Checked.
Brake fans.
Off.
Engine mode selector.
Checked normal.
TCAS.
What the?
TARA tilt above.
Okay,
Exterior
none of the safety demonstration worked apart from that tiny bit, of course. What is going on today with this game? It's weird.
Set on.
Sliding tables.
Stowed.
Stowed. Checklist
Wow.
complete.
This game. Turning left onto the runway. Getting ready for our takeoff. Make sure I'm good on the runway. And stop. And now 40% initial power. Toga.
Takeoff. Man, toga, SRS.
Off we go.
runway.
Start the clock.
Power set.
True airspeed's live. 100 knots.
Checked.
V1.
V1.
Rotate.
Rotate.
Positive climb.
First positive climb.
Gear
Gears
up.
going up.
Navigation.
Check.
Climb up to 8,000 where we need to stay for a bit. And then on to our cruising altitude of 35,000 feet.
Gears up.
We
Lights
are.
off.
And the plane isn't actually pitching down yet. We need to do that at some point. Obviously. And there it is. Now we can gain speed. There is flap 0.
Flap 0.
Unarmed spoilers. Disarm, whatever you want to call it. And current altitude where we should be. Current altitude where we really should be switching out on autopilot, but I'm trying to make this turn quickly. And there it is, right. Autopilot's going on. And this is going back to climb thrust mode.
And the after takeoff checklist.
And standard as well.
Engine mode selector.
Check normal.
Spoilers.
Disarmed.
Flaps.
Check retracted.
Landing gear.
Gear up, lights off.
Exterior lights.
Set off.
Tax.
Both on.
Anti-ice.
Off.
TCAS.
Checked.
Altimeter.
Standard.
Checklist complete.
Right, this thing is seriously off course for some reason now. It's not turning. Hello? Plane!
Autopilot on.
Yeah, I have no clue what's happening now, so let's just direct to Gurley. That should fix it. Nice. Got 19 miles now at this 8,000 restriction. Then it's straight up. I don't know why it was going straight on then, I got no clue, but whatever. Doesn't make any sense, I know. Right, we can cross off the charts for Newcastle now, because we're done with them. Now I just got to stay here now for 16 miles at 8,000 feet, and then straight up to 35,000 then. What the? I just turned on the panel. Those look nice. Unfortunately, it's just literally just on and off apparently. In this game, there's no half and half, which is a bit weird. I quite like that. Status of the aircraft just checks all normal. So when we land, we should have a decent bit of fuel there in the tank. So, and this is estimating just under an hour away, so yeah, I reckon about 3 hours this stream will be by the time we actually get down. So it'll be the second longest stream we've ever done, which is interesting. I don't know how it's ended up so long though, because the first flight wasn't that long. But we must have just, I think it's because we've got so many passengers. Like, we haven't got normally we'll have between 100 and 150. Today we've had like 200, 220. Because partially we're using SimBrief Auto rather than like a virtual airline, which is obviously a different algorithm, and then also we're using again an A321, which has a capacity of, instead of 180 like the A320 or 150 like the A319, has a capacity of 220. Whoa, that plane just hit some turbulence there or something, I think. It's like it tried to go up and then suddenly couldn't go up or something. I don't know, that was a bit weird. Quite weird. Yeah, it's suddenly powering up and then sort of like powering back down. put it into 40 nautical mile range now. There's so much ATC online at the moment in Europe as well, I've noticed. There's so much. It's nuts, there's so much, like, ATC online. And yet none of it somehow interacts with me. Like, oh, come on. We're just heading for Jersey, like, where nobody else is, literally no one else. It's like, oh, come on. Yeah, it's been a pretty fun stream now. Just, you know, saying farewell to Thomas Cook in a nice way. That was the aim of the stream. Because I've never actually, I very rarely do Thomas Cook in this sim. So, it makes sense that I download one of their liveries and do a flight, you know, to say bye. And there it is, the very sudden, like, it just decides to start going upwards at a stupid rate because of the altitude restriction that we were at. There's 10,000, so lights coming off.
Passing 10,000 feet.
Lights off.
Off.
But I just accidentally opened that, obviously. Oops. It was a nice little British Airways thing here. British Airways Embraer 170 down at Manchester. I've got to get the Embraer 170, 190 series. I would quite like, because Flybe use it, and BA City Fly use it out of London City, and London City's a lovely airport, so I'd really like to get that. I think at some point I am gonna get it. I think that's the next plane for me to buy, is the 170, 190 series. I think it's only the 190, I can't remember which one it is now. I think it's only the 190. But you can fly it with either, obviously. Doesn't really matter. They're both the same aircraft, really. It's like the A319, A320. Like, one's just shorter than the other. Yeah, there's so many centres online. We got London South, Paris, Copenhagen, Bremen, and Santa Maria. All of those stations are online at the moment, and I go through 0 of them. So yeah, unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable that. Like I go quite close to London South, but like not close enough for it to be ATC. Well, I'm not in the sector, I'm just sort of by it. Right, actually, that's time to get the seatbelt signs off. I think it was last Friday, wasn't it, in the flight to Taranga, where I left the seatbelt sign on all flight. I think it was that. Was it that flight? I can't remember. But I think it was that flight. Nuts. We're nice and chilled now, so we can get the seatbelt sign off. Actually, I'm gonna have a look. So I think it was, I can't remember. I think it was Feel Very Make It. Yeah, it is. So I've just googled it. 175 and the 195. $25. So it's not very expensive, the aircraft. So looking at all the features and all that, it looks like a pretty decent plane. So I think that's the aim. It's a 175 and a 195. So it's only $25. It's very cheap. So I mean, how much is that? Like £20? But I think that website they add tax on afterwards, so it actually it's just £25 because it's the same company who make Tower 3D Pro, and I bought add-ons off their website before. So I think that's the next plane for me to look at. I'm also looking at Active Sky, but I'm wondering if that'll lag out the game too much. But I think definitely look at the Embraer. I think that's what I'm going to go for next in terms of planes. So I'll be flying that around. Obviously, if I do get a new plane, I'll learn it immediately and then immediately start to fly it in streams. Also, possibly the CRJ 900 as well, because Aerosoft make that as well. But the thing is that not a lot of airlines actually fly the CRJ. Like, I think Delta do, so I could do Delta Virtual in the US. Actually, we could do some more US flights soon with the 737 as well. Could possibly do that. But I think next week we're going to do some Eurowings, possibly like Salzburg to Italy, and then maybe somewhere else in Germany, maybe possibly. I'm not really sure yet, but I think that's what we'll probably do next Saturday on our Saturday morning stream. I still haven't thought of a name for it. It's like Saturday morning stream or something. I don't know. Well, there you go, watching the chat, and the serial table flipper has returned. Just caught it out. I don't know when that message was. Just caught it out the corner of my eye. Then. Because I can't actually see, like, my sort of, what's it called? The Firefox window I can't see very well. I'm trying to get it out. There you go. I still can't see all the chat, unfortunately. You can't, like, make the chat bigger and make the interface smaller. You can't do that, unfortunately, which is a bit annoying. But there's nothing you can do about that, so... Here we are, just flying above... I think... Actually, let's zoom in. We are currently above... Leeds, almost. In the plane that sounds a lot louder than it did earlier. Got 320 miles to go. Oh, 60. I don't know, that's obviously glitched there. It's saying if we don't expedite our cruise, our, like, the actual, it says we're 1,128 miles away from cruise, which is the dumbest thing ever. Obviously some glitch has happened there. Because if I look, there's, actually, is that the top of, that's the top of climb one there. It's almost going to take 80 miles to get 10,000 feet, like, up. No way. Oh, I think we've got a contrail behind us now as well. Let's try and take a photo. Yep. Nice. I don't know how many, like, photos I've taken in this stream. I think I've taken quite a few. Like, not photos, like, screenshots. Whatever you call them. Not sure what you call them. Also, the ATC is online. Oh, hang on a minute. London Centre just came on. The Central Centre. Oh, come on. I'm not even in the Central Centre right now. Right now, I think I'm... Where am I? Above Leeds. I'm currently above Leeds. That is in the North Sector. So, there's two parts of London Control that are online. I'm not in either of them. Because I'm coming down... Actually, what's the next waypoint? So, Croft. I'll try to look at some waypoints I see on here. So, Nokin. There you go. Nokin is where we go into there. That's where we cross into the West Sector. So, we've got nowhere. So, we're not crossing in the centre sector. We're literally leaving, going across the North Sector, directly down the West Sector, and then descending into Jersey. And the two that are online are the two that we're not going near. And on top of that, France has also got ATC that are on. And they're they're using Paris control, and Lille is in Brest control. So again, they're just, I'm just missing out on ATC every time, which is unbelievable. It's like really unbelievable. Why, I don't know why that's happening, but yeah. Get that onto that page for later. Yeah, I don't know, apparently it's 957 miles until we finish climbing. I have no idea how that's gone down 200 miles. It just went down 6 miles magically. And if we expedite it, it's going to say 46 miles. It's actually, both of them are completely wrong. It's actually 28 miles, roughly, by the looks of that little blue marker. But whatever. Actually, I'll set the TCAS to standard mode there, because there's nothing above us and there's nothing below us currently, but there is some traffic in the area. There is a flight from Abu Dhabi to, oh, that's at 3,400, there's no problem, that's on the ground. Actually, I think we're all fine. There's a plane to Manchester, oh, that's going down. Now, there's a lot of planes in the area, but they're all going down, not up. So there's no planes in the area. The only plane in the area, roughly, is a flight from Edinburgh to Heathrow, and it's a 757 BA, but we're, obviously, it's heading in the same direction as us, but it's descending already. I don't know why it's at 19,000 feet. It's really low. Is that just its cruising altitude? No, its cruise altitude is 250, because it shouldn't be at 19,000 that early. I don't know what city it's taking, though. Star. I don't know what star it's taking, but it might be taking a star that requires it to descend early. Like earlier, flying into Newcastle, we had the star that required us to be at 160 quite early on in the descent. So and we were, luckily it was a low cruise altitude, so it didn't affect as much. But yeah, just do a quick status check on the aircraft. It's come back normal, good. I mean, I've got failures turned off, so there's no point in doing them. But whatever. There's nothing going into Jersey at the moment, so I think we're going to be quite lonely in Jersey as well. There's literally nothing heading to Jersey at all, so nice. Obviously, just nice. There's never any planes around here, is there? Like, we're in an area of lots of planes, but all of them are much lower than us. Like, look how many planes there are in our area currently. But they're all on the ground and quite low down. Why have I got a Beechcraft Baron on in my game? Like, okay. I don't think it's a BE-20. I'm not sure if that is that a Baron. They're flying. They're flying IFR and they're cruising at 210 knots. No, flight level 210. So I'm not, and their cruise speed is 300 knots. So I'm not sure if that's actually. I think it's a Beech King Air BE-20. But obviously Vanson's just messed it up. There's a 777 from American there, very nice. Where's that? It's quite far away actually. It's heading for Phoenix. Interesting. So that one we actually got a cruise. So apparently it's 929 miles now before cruise. That's again really dumb. I'm not reading this wrong, but it says distance. Like distance to climb. If we expedite it, it'll be 20 miles. That's wrong. And somehow, the prediction, we'll be at cruise at 8:54. It's 8:54 right now. It's predicting, and 929 miles. Oh, make that 930. It went up somehow. It went up. I don't have no clue how that was possible, but it did go up. So I don't know how long we'll have at cruise. I'm estimating from that about 150 miles, I think. Roughly. It'll be 150, let's have a look. Last time I said 90 and it was 88, so I got it pretty spot on. So let's see what I get this time. Oh wait, we've just passed 10,000 metres. Nice and high. Oh, that's Liverpool down there. Nice. I do like Liverpool Airport. Obviously I've got the scenery. I've also got the freeware scenery stored for Jersey, I think. Which is why we're flying there. Well, I'm fairly sure I had it installed for Jersey. Yeah, this is caught back up with itself now, saying it's 9 miles if we expedite it. It's more like 6 miles maybe. But I actually think that 8 miles there is more accurate, because given how slowly we're currently going up, that seems more realistic. I don't get these planes, they do climb so slowly once they reach like the top end of cruise beyond 30,000. They just start to just crawl up. I think it's to save fuel, because I'm running cost index 30, so we could bump it up. I do wonder what cost index does though, because I'm on SimBrief here, and it says if we went our speed change up to, if we put our speed up to 100 cost index, we would need 19 kilograms more fuel, but the time would be, we'd lose, you know, we'd gain 0 minutes. So it says we'd gain those minutes, so we'd probably like 30 seconds maybe. But what's the point in that 19 extra? I mean, if we'd gone cost index 0, we would have saved 14 kilograms of fuel, and plus, again, 0 minutes. So it doesn't make any sense. Like, we wouldn't have wasted any time, and we would have used 14 kilograms less fuel. So it doesn't really make much sense. There's 35,000 finally. 147 miles. Again, bang on. I think we've been at literally, so again, bang on that. Less than 5 off, so that is pretty much bang on. Nice. Obviously, we're still the only... Oh, great. We're cruising exactly 10,600... Oh, phew. How did our meters just go up then, but our altitude, like here, didn't go up at all? It doesn't make any sense. Nice scenery. Got cities up down there, but Birmingham, I think, possibly. So look where we are. Actually, it's probably Manchester. Looking at that, we're very close to Manchester Airport, so it's Manchester. So 240 miles to go, not long. Have a look cruise, this is saying about 14 minutes roughly. And then we're descending. It's really weird that we're literally just going along like in exactly the same like bit that we were before. So there's obviously Newcastle, like Manchester back there. There's Cardiff, just there's the mountains passed over. Cardiff's back there. We're heading straight across Bristol, and then turning in. It's interesting, so nice. It's so funny, it just yells at you as soon as you pull out the speed brake. Don't know why it does that. What's this? It's like something that's printing out or something. There's a button there, like, for slew mode, but it doesn't actually do anything. The entire plane has to think about changing all the lights, because sometimes the audio just stops. It's kind of weird, because I have flown into Jersey so many times, but it's always been from London, generally. Like, so flying in from Newcastle is a bit weird. Hopefully landing later we'll have a better landing, I'm hoping. I like your cheating with this look. It's good. That sound is actually really annoying. This way of looking is really strange. So many planes in the area, it's just amazing. Look how many there's. A ton of EasyJets, got Thompson. What airport's this? It's Bristol. There's 2 on the ground in Bristol then. Nothing in Cardiff, so we're still like the only ones from Cardiff then. Loads of planes, so many planes, I like planes. Manchester's busy. That's where we started our stream, look. Cardiff. There's Newport, I think. Yeah, there's Bristol. The airport we took off from should be just... I can't see it. Is that it there? I think that's it there, that little blank spot in the terrain. I think that's the airport. Obviously it hasn't loaded in yet, but I'm fairly sure that's the airport. So funny that we're just flying over exactly where we left, like, earlier. There's a plane actually quite close to us, like, but we're going slightly faster than it at the moment. It's at 28,000 feet. So it's an easy, yeah, 17 Lima. So there's us, look. That's us up there. So it's climbing. There it is, look, you can see it. Really cruising it. It is going up, but like very slowly. It's like with my plane when it goes really slowly. But we're going faster than it at the moment. So it's quite interesting though. Just seeing the plane just there. Hopefully it can climb in time for us to see it. But I think we're going further away from it all the time. Like, I think it is heading away from me. Interesting, though. That's what I like about that sim though. It's like, just like real life, you can just look across and just see, oh, there's a contrail, look. And there's a plane there. And that's a real person sitting there at their desk doing the same thing as I'm doing right now. It's quite weird. Yeah, how far? I mean, it can't be that long until we descend now, surely. 79 miles. That's still quite a while then. Still a good 10 minutes, just under 10 minutes. Interesting. I think they're turning away from me now, aren't they? Where are they going? It's like, I think it's some Greek island, but it's like, must be a small airport, so it doesn't actually recognise it. We are literally right over Cardiff from that. I can't see the airport though. I think that's it there, but I can't tell. Yeah, with the contra in the background, got one. Let's get that as well. How many screenshots do I take? It's nuts. I must take like so many. It's a nice plane, this one, now. Farewell to Thomas Cook. When we land, that's the last Thomas Cook flight I think I'll ever do on Flight Sim, so. And right now, I'm having a look. I think we're the only Thomas Cook flight on the entire network. We are. So look if there's any, like you know, Fly UK. So there's any Fly UKs on board. There's 3 at the moment. Interesting. It's just funny looking and saying like, oh, that's the virtual airline in, look, like that. It's like, what? But yeah, that EasyJet is now popping up on my TCAS. Because it's, I think it's like literally just below me now. According to this, it's just below me. How is he overtaking me? That's just weird. Seriously, how is it overtaking me? I'm actually going faster than it, so how's that possible? And they, oh wow, I think we're on the same, we must be on the same airway, look, because I've just turned at this exact point, so he's going to end up being, like, just ahead of me. I don't know what altitude he's going to. But I'm going to get some sort of warning at this. He's 35,000 feet as well. I'm going to get some sort of TCAS warning from this guy soon. Because I'm pretty sure we're on the same airway at the same altitude. So we're going to get some sort of TCAS warning here. But I can't tell, is he too far away or not? And I'm apparently going faster, but it's not very obvious.
Traffic.
Yeah, there's the warning. There's the traffic warning. Right, is he gonna be on Unicom? Right, I'm just going to ask now. I've got a traffic alert, so I'm just going to descend to... Because he's at the same altitude as me now, so... I've got a traffic alert off Easy 17 Lima there, so I might have to descend down to 17... I don't think he's on Unicom, is he?
Climb. Climb now.
It's telling me to climb, but...
Descend. Now.
I'm
Descend. Descend.
descending right now. Stop moaning, TCAS.
Clear of conflict.
There you go. It's telling me I'm clear of the traffic now. So obviously now I've sort of messed up my Airbus because it thinks I'm descending, which is really annoying. Unfortunately, it does think I'm actually descending now, which is silly. Because I'm not. Like, I'm not actually descending. I want to change my cruising altitude to that, but it's, you know, not listening, obviously. Okay, it's not accepting that I want to change my cruise altitude to 330, unfortunately. It's not accepting that. So I just have to just listen to it, like, whatever. That's why we have Unicom, I think. That system is why we have Unicom. So that you can chat with the pilots, because I just had a TCAS warning off them. That's sorted, nice. Right, I want to change my cruise altitude here, but I can't. Right, 330, let's do it from here. Yes, okay, so now it should let me... So I've changed it, but it still thinks I'm descending, that's the problem. I think now it's like activated its descent phase. That's it then. I should have changed it before. Like, I should have already changed it, but I didn't listen. I didn't know, I forgot. So, unfortunately, it's not going to pick up that I'm cruising, I don't think. It's going to pick up...
I have some drink for you, Captain. Here you are.
Well, luckily, even if that hasn't actually, like, even though this hasn't picked it up, I think the checklists have picked it up, which is good. So what's the landing altitude and all that? It's got 2,000, and then so it's 2,000 and the go around is 3,000, but it's not very hard to adjust that, so that's fine. And there's no need for me to do anything on Unicom later, I don't think, because there was literally nothing. There's nothing else in Jersey, so there's no problem with that. So doing good here. It's not, what's it, 20 nautical miles now. So I can actually set the TCAS to below. Obviously it is still picking up the EasyJet there, but it will. But there's no need, it doesn't matter now, because he's going off in another direction on his way to Greece, and I'll be descending for Jersey. So the descent prep checklist is close as well. Oh, here you go, look. The vertical deviation system is fired in now.
Descent preparation checklist.
But, so it knows we're going to descend soon then, doesn't it, obviously?
Seatbelt signs.
Auto.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Landing information.
Received.
Altimeter.
Just check the weather down in Jersey. Still good.
Checked.
Checklist complete.
got the message prepared there for that. So we're just ready to descent now. How far is this saying we're off? Just 5,600 feet away, so... So next time I'll change that first and then descent, I think. Good to know later, I think. Makes the flight interesting though, definitely. Having to descent because of traffic, you know. What's in real life, you'd have ATC to control that sort of thing, but, I mean, is he going up now? Well, after all of that, it's just changing cruising altitude anyway. So I've posted that on the Unicom, and let's go down now. It's saying roughly now. I should descend. This is saying I'm still 3,000 off. So that point there is obviously still for where it should have been when I was before. When I was there for the other one. But oh well. Oh well. So we're just waiting on the descent now, which is very close actually. It's not very far away now, roughly 2,000 feet away from descending, this is saying. But that EasyJet is climbing, definitely. Actually, it looked like it was climbing, but it's not. That seriously looks like it's climbing. Must be a bug with my sim, man. Like, the traffic. That seriously looks like it's climbing. Oh, that's why. But according to my sim, it's only doing 350 knots. Which is a bit weird. Okay, that doesn't make any sense at all, but whatever. Now you can suddenly just start doing 350 knots, which is very slow, at 35,000 feet when there's barely any wind. Right, time to slow down now.
Initiating descent.
FMA check.
Radar tilt.
Set below.
And that's it, we're descending now. And it is 101 miles to Jersey. Nice. Time to land. We've got no traffic heading for Jersey. Nice clear arrival. Check the weather. And the wind is all good. It shouldn't refresh. Actually, it should have refreshed 10 minutes ago, but it hasn't actually given us that latest one yet. So we'll just assume that it's like that. That's what I'm going with anyway. We're approaching Bigno, and then it's literally just 56 miles straight then to Jersey. And then we're looping round and then landing. So, very interesting. Not really, but, you know, sort of, I guess. I don't know. .22 nautical miles to Bigno, and then it's straight from there, 56 miles straight there on that arrival to the Jersey VOR, looping round ILS, land. So it's pretty simple arrival, no restrictions or anything, just 2,000 at the ILS, that's literally it. So there's going to be a decel point obviously, and we've got a loop round, that's about it, so nice. There's a plane in the area at the moment with its call sign Box 2312. That's really odd. Box. Oh, there you go. Virtual Cargo International. Call sign Box. That's just great. Call sign Box. Right, that's probably its call sign, isn't it? Like, wow, that's amazing. It's a cargo airline and their call sign is Box. Just obviously it's call sign is Box, isn't it? That's good. It's just silly more than anything, I think. So we're at currently 24,000 feet. The lower we get, the closer we are, basically. So there's Guernsey, there's Jersey, look. And somewhere in the middle there's is Alderney as well. That might actually be Alderney and that might be Guernsey, I'm not sure. I thought Guernsey was large, like Jersey, and then like Alderney was quite small. It's actually so funny you can get a flight from Jersey to Guernsey. Like, it's the shortest flight in the world. Not literally. The shortest one is actually in Scotland. It's like 2 minutes. I've got to do that flight at some point in a private plane. It's from Papa Westray to Westray in Scotland. It's like 2 minutes, I think. It's not long. Yeah, that is Guernsey though, because Guernsey's popped up on my radar. But they're there, that's obviously Guernsey. Ooh! Right, I did try to cover my nose there, so hopefully the microphone did pick that up. Let's sneeze. Ooh. Again, I'm just going to mute the microphone because I need to actually. There, that's better. After my sneezes, right. 53 miles to Jersey now, so we've passed Bignoe. So we haven't got long to go now. How far is it? What, like 64 miles? There you go. Not far at all. Just 10 minutes, that says. It's going to be a bit longer than 10 minutes, I think, from 19,000 feet. But yeah, there's no way it's 10 minutes, is there? No way. Optimistic. I reckon 20. And judging by the time I've been in the air, it should be 12 minutes left. It doesn't seem right though. Considering we're at 18,000 feet, that really doesn't seem right. But yeah, this is obviously the last Thomas Cook flight I ever do on a sim. Here they are, just chilling. So we managed to go an entire morning on VATSI without ATC, despite the fact that it's actually swarming. But we're literally covered in ATC. We've just been missing it out by like a couple of miles, unfortunately. What can you do though? What can you do? Absolutely nothing is the answer. There's 15,000 feet, so, and there's the target place, Jersey. Right, 10 nautical miles because I can see Jersey on the radar now. So at 10,000 feet, obviously, actually let's get the seatbelt signs on. Because we are only 50 miles away. But this stream is actually like surprisingly long. I thought it would be about 2 hours 40 minutes, but I'll definitely be running that. Almost certainly be running it. I put 2 hours 40 minutes in this stream in the description. It's definitely overrunning that. Just 32 miles to the Jersey VOR, so it's not far then. I don't think that 10 minutes is going to stand though. 8 minutes now. It says, if we're going off SimBrief was bang on. Last time it said 44 minutes and it took 44 minutes. This time it said 1 hour and 1. So, but I don't know how exact that's going to be. I really don't think it is very exact. I'll have to wait and see. And there it is, 10,000. Well, it's 11,000, but it starts its slowdown to 10,000 at 11,000. So, time to slow down now. Screenshots for the win. Because I like screenshots. Don't know how many screenshots I've taken today. I think I've taken quite a few though. Like lots, actually lots. There you go. We've slowed down to 250 knots, and there's 10,000.
10,000 feet.
Right, it's coming
on.
On.
And the landing system comes on as well. And we have the ILS there, which is nice. Turned off the radio suddenly there. There's no point in doing any more announcements on the Unicorn because there was literally nobody near Jersey at all in terms of landing there. So we might make that 1 hour 1 minute mark, possibly. We have descended quite quickly, so we might make it. I don't think we will though. I honestly think it's just silly that. No way. 32 miles. We're only 32 miles out, but we have to slow down quite a bit. But the last bit always goes super slowly, doesn't it? Oh, I have to put the speed brakes here to get it to descend quick enough to get it to actually keep up with itself. It's right, trying to get it. Go on, catch up with its altitude prediction. Which it's now done. $7,000 feet, nice. We should. I think three hours the stream will be in the end. Not 2 hours 40 minutes, but you know, it's pretty close. That landing in Newcastle wasn't great, so let's try and get a really good one now. There's tons of like dust on my yoke. Just trying to blow it off. I'll do it after the stream actually, otherwise it'll be very annoying for people watching. 26 miles, so we're really not far. Actually, there is the transition altitude.
Transition altitude.
Checked. 1013.
1013. Check.
Weirdly, that little thing on the checklist that like triggers the approach hasn't come up yet. That should be up by now. There it is. It's just popped up. Normally it happens a bit earlier than that. And there's Jersey. So we're going to go straight across and then loop round and land. That's the plan. Hopefully everything goes according to plan. That's what we're hoping anyway. That's what I'm hoping. There's 4,500. So I need to get the speed brake back out again now. I'm going to need to start doing the flaps as well, I think, because I might have to like try and get it to do, because that decel marker, there's no way we could decel there, obviously. So I think something might have gone wrong there with the decel marker, because we're doing like 270 knots now, which is silly. Like we should be descending, we should be slowing down at the Jersey VOR roughly, I think.
Decam status.
Checked.
Sliding tables.
Stowed.
Stowed. Keying signs.
Checked.
Nav accuracy.
Checked.
Bearer reference.
Checked.
Look how low we are.
1013.
1013. Checked. Checklist complete.
So we just need to loop round basically. And then we'll be on approach. It does feel a bit low, this. Like, considering we're not actually like on. We're gonna get that 2,500 altitude thing anytime soon now. Why was that flashing? That's flashing, isn't it?
2,500.
Well, I can view from the. There's an actual control tower now. In the scenery, I can view from the control tower. Like, literally. Are we actually going to slow down now? I think we are.
Speed check, flaps 1.
See, there's 2,000. We haven't hit that decel point yet. I'm going to have to do this all manually, I think. I'm going to do this all manually. Because this plane is being dumb. This plane isn't, like, properly descending, so I'm going to just do it myself. It's easier. Actually, let's give it over to the, let's give it over to the localizer thing instead. We'll do that and set it to that, but it doesn't matter what altitude that's set to, so that's good. So I'll control
flaps 2.
Speed check, flaps 3.
No, not on the gear. I want the spoilers.
Gear down.
Speed check, flaps full. Gear down.
This is a mess, obviously, a bit really, unfortunately. Sadly, that's what's happened with this. They're way too low, I think, but it insisted on
landing gear.
Speed.
Down and locked.
Being at that altitude.
Spoilers.
Speed.
Checked
Speed.
and armed.
Speed. Speed.
Medium.
Exterior lights.
Let's make that go there. Right.
Autopilot off.
That's off. That's off. So everything's being handled itself. Stop moaning, game.
Set.
Go around altitude.
What is this?
Landing memo. Landing memo.
Oh no, it's disappeared. That landing thing literally disappeared, it has.
Landing memo.
Be quiet,
Speed.
please, game.
Speed. 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 Speed.
Landing memo. Checklist complete. Localizer alive.
Yeah, that blue screen with the landing has disappeared for some reason. And we're now 6 miles out and we're a bit low, but as long as I don't descend, I just stay at this altitude, we're fine.
Glide slope alive.
There it is, the glide slope's actually live now, so we're able to follow it after going up, which is a bit odd. And here we are, getting ready to land. We've hit the hour and 1 minute mark. Obviously that approach was a bit messed up there thanks to this plane not doing the decel thing properly. Yeah, this plane now isn't descending and is going way too fast. Nice. On course now. Just trying to slow this plane down.
One thousand.
And then suddenly that glow slope will just suddenly come up. Like really, really quickly, really suddenly.
Five hundred.
We are a bit high,
400.
aren't we?
300 above. 2 minimum.
Sink rate.
Continue.
There's minimums.
100. 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20. Retard. 5.
And this plane's just floating, isn't it?
Ground spoilers. Reverse spree.
And rip.
70 knots.
Oof. Massive oof. 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 A bit of an overshoot there. So, you know. Well, that was an arrival.
Exterior lights.
That float did not go well, did it?
Set.
Ground spoilers.
Check retracted.
Engine mode selector.
Check normal.
Flaps.
Check retracted.
TCAS.
Set off.
Brake temperature.
Checked.
APU.
Set on.
Checklist complete.
Nice. Okay, now it's time for us to get some ground handling on the go. Gate 3, I think. No, follow me. Menzies. Okay. Yeah, that was a bit of a stupid landing. It was very smooth, but we floated it and then overran the runway. So, real nice. Hour and 3 minutes in the end. So only 2 minutes over the plan. Try to turn this plane, it doesn't want to turn. And here is the lovely Jersey scenery, and there is the gate. And they're taxiing in. I start that. I think we're slightly off. Go back on now. And I've got no marshal dudes because he's probably halfway inside that building. Most likely. That's what's happened there. Just because it's this game, isn't it? This game's funny like that. Nice.
And the parking checklist.
Set external power.
Parking brake and shocks.
Turn off the APU.
Checked.
It wasn't very good
master.
parking. Oh, nice.
Both off.
Seatbelt signs.
Set off.
Beacon lights.
Set off.
Exterior lights.
Set off.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Fuel pumps.
Set off.
Checklist complete.
Right, let's turn off everything now. This aircraft now has no power either. Batteries off, and that's it. That is this plane parked up. And let's get rid of GSX now, so we don't need it, do we? I'm going screenshot crazy here. That's enough. There you go, disconnect from that. Get that off. And finally, off. So there you go, guys. That's that stream done. 2 hours 50 minutes in the end, not quite the 2 hours 40 minutes I thought it would end up being. We got pretty close. So there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching this stream. It's been very good fun, actually. Let's have a look at how many it took then. I took a ton, didn't I? Took an absolute ton. Lovely. Took so many screenshots. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Just cross everything else off. I'll see you in the next stream. I don't know why I said thank you for watching this video. I keep saying it. Thank you for watching this stream. Bye-bye. And that is the last time I'll do Thomas Cook in a flight sim. So that's why make sure to watch this one if you're a Thomas Cook fan. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.